Football makes no sense, because no serious team scores 4 goals at home and still fails to win, and yet Manchester United just did exactly that. From the moment the 4th Bournemouth goal hit the net, the entire stadium felt like it had collectively dropped its phone in water, because nobody at Old Trafford was emotionally prepared for a 4-4 scoreboard after seeing their team lead 3 different times, and you could literally read the disbelief on faces frozen halfway between celebrating and screaming. Manchester United had scored 4 goals at home and still couldn't win, which is the kind of result that makes fans laugh loudly for 2 seconds and then suddenly go quiet as reality sinks in. Bournemouth players weren't even wildly celebrating anymore. They were smiling like people who had just escaped a horror movie, because every time United scored, the script said "this is it now," and every time Bournemouth replied, the script ripped itself apart. The funny part was how confident United looked every time they went ahead, like the match had finally behaved itself, only for Bournemouth to politely refuse to accept that reality and immediately create another plot twist. The game kept resetting itself, as if someone kept pressing rewind and fast forward at the same time. By the final stages, the ball barely stayed still, the benches were standing, substitutes were pacing, and even the officials looked like they needed a drink of water to process what they were witnessing. Each attack felt exaggerated, every clearance felt dramatic, and every touch in the box caused a mini heart attack in the stands. When Bournemouth equalised for the 4th time, it didn't feel like a goal anymore. It felt like a punchline delivered perfectly on time, because no one could even pretend to be surprised. United fans had already gone through denial, anger, hope, celebration, panic, joy, fear, and resignation all in one match, while Bournemouth fans were probably checking the scoreboard repeatedly just to make sure the number 4 next to their name was real. By full time, the draw felt less like a result and more like a shared emotional experience. The kind of match people will talk about, starting with "you won't believe this," even though everything actually happened. Players shook hands looking exhausted, not just physically but mentally, because an 8-goal draw does that to you. United were left with the bitter feeling of having entertained everyone except themselves, while Bournemouth walked away knowing they had survived one of the loudest stadiums in the league by simply refusing to panic. It was the kind of match that makes highlights editors smile, commentators lose their voices, and fans re-watch the goals just to confirm it wasn't a dream. No winner, no loser, just 90 minutes of pure Premier League madness where logic took the night off and chaos did overtime, leaving behind a scoreline that looks fake until you remember you actually watched it happen.